Everyone loves the classic iconic bands like Queen, the Rolling Stones, Nirvana. They're classics. Music is a huge part of people's daily lives, always has been. From when our parents were our age, music defined their generations, and their live performances were larger than life.
Music makes me feel alive in ways that not a lot of things in life do. I've always really connected with music, and
I connect with it depending on how I'm feeling and what's going on in my personal life.
It comes down to the whole point of the music is to get you into it, even if you dislike that particular genre very much.
But something has happened to the music industry, something different. The way we consume and enjoy music has shifted from physical to digital media. The experience of going to a record store or even a Best Buy and picking up a copy of your favorite artist's new album has taken a backseat to convenience. Kids today are less interested in seeing their favorite act live, as they can just listen to them on a moment's notice and, if need be, watch a video of the concert. The fact that services like Ticketmaster are skyrocketing ticket prices doesn't help the matter. The current climate of the music industry has changed greatly, starting with its sales.
Music sales have migrated to streaming services such as Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, and Google Play, but not without complication. When it comes to payment and artist royalties, there seems to be a lot of unrest throughout the industry. So, before even telling the people we interviewed if streaming services pay fairly or not, we put them into perspective by asking them how many times a month they listen to their favorite song or album.
How many times a month would you say you listen to your favorite song or album?
Well, every single day.
You know, they're kind of special. You want to listen to them like every so often, so like the feeling is like just as like, if you get too much of it, you get like used to it. So I try to like listen to it sparingly.
I listen to some sort of music every day.
I listen to it probably like a lot of times in one day.
Streaming services are a great idea when you don't put into account the up-and-coming artists putting out the new music.
How would you feel if I were to tell you that, like, on a streaming service like Spotify, you would have to listen to that specific song about 986 times just to equate the sales of like a single?
Oh.
So, no, I don't get near that. 986.
And that's how many times it takes. You would have to listen to a song 986 times on Spotify
Per month.
per month. You get to listen to as much music as possible for only $10 a month. What a great deal! But let's take a look at where this payment of $10 goes. Spotify has explained on their sources of media that all $10 plus more money from ads on Spotify free go to the service's billion-dollar corporation, and from there, the corporation pays their artists/record labels based off of how many streams each single receives in a week. And per stream of a single, Spotify pays about $0.006 per stream to the artist and record label, based on an article by Paul Reskinkov of digitalmusicnews.com. Now, we all know that even before streaming services, the record labels would take most of the money from the artists through album sales, and it is the same way with streaming. The label gets over 50% of the money, so after this, the artist is left with less than $0.003 per stream, based off of an article by Darren Gallagher of theorganicagency.com. Now think about how many times you listen to your favorite song on Spotify for a whole year. Based off of this math, you would have to listen to your favorite songs at least 986 times to equate the profit for an artist on one album sale. Would that pay even nearly as much as around the $1 or so that they get from the $10 album sale? So you figure if you're not paying your artists enough through album sales, you can just go see them live, right? Well, in our internet-relied society, it makes it hard to see up-and-coming artists. Artists have mailing lists for paying fan clubs to have pre-sale tickets available, But after pre-sale, professional scalpers and people with connections to Ticketmaster get head starts by paying people to sit in front of their computers to click exactly when the tickets go on sale, based off of a study from NBC Connecticut. And did you know that on websites like Ticketmaster, only 25% of the ticket sales actually go to the artist?
I'm actually a little surprised it's that high, because I
It's
know
that high.
there's a lot of markups for Ticketmaster and all that sort of stuff.
Usually, the shows that play these bigger venues that come from like Ticketmaster and stuff, Stage AE, they're only making 25% of the money, but a ton of people go. The tickets cost more usually for the bigger venue shows. And normally, if it's a larger show and it's an expensive ticket, then it's usually part of a tour, in which case they're already getting loads of money from all the other stops.
So, many people are found not getting tickets to see their favorite artists because professional ticket resale scalpers end up overpricing the tickets so that they become completely unaffordable for lower class fans. On top of that, the internet also makes more money because the ticketing fees up to $25 on top of the original price. This information coming from Chris Backley of ThoughtCatalog.com. Most of the money for expensive concerts goes to Ticketmaster, booking companies, and scalpers who sell tickets for up to 4 times their original value.
Which brings us to the topic of live music. The music scene in Pittsburgh is almost non-existent. This could be due in part to the uncertainty of promoting and selling small shows, what with ticket services wreaking havoc with prices.
I love going to concerts.
The crowd was really pumped up, and it just snowballed into an amazing night.
You go into a concert and, the slight changes. Some of my favorite concerts are where the songs will be, different than they are on the album.
Well, that's how music, in like the truest sense, is supposed to be heard, like in front of people, and that you can't capture energy like that on like a recording.
Most venues outside of places like PPG Paints Arena and Stage AE consist of smaller clubs and bars. The lack of a music scene could be credited to the little attention the area gets as a whole. Acts like Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, Anti-Flag, and Donnie Iris, being the only notable examples to make it out of Pittsburgh, are a testament to just how small of a scene we have. So what do we do? How do we change things? We can start by supporting local artists. If a stronger music scene in this day and age is what we want, then we've got to work for it. We need to create the change that we want to see. Whether it be spending time in an old dusty record store or going to shows in a small, sweaty club, we need to make it known just how important music is to our town.